injured.
Yes. Yes. Fucking
about
yeah. This is the second annual A.S.N. New Year's Eve party. What's up, y'all?
Yeah. Rock and roll.
Woo! Rocking goddamn roll, dude. We're expecting some more people to be stopping through as we go. And Max, you was just asking me a minute ago, how does this usually go? It doesn't, because we've only done one once before last year with me and Misbehaving, and everybody just kind of stopped in and out. We all drank and smoked and had fun, and just this is an adult network and it's an adult party.
Nice.
Here we go.
You never know what the hell's going to happen. Someone could just flip out on all of a sudden. Wouldn't be me.
Oh, never.
No.
Coors Light, send me money.
Wine from the fridge.
What?
Or more.
That's right. Max, see, you know it's cold when the mountain is blue.
See, that's just it, man. I've been there, and when you go to that cold mountain, the shit, every fucking thing turns blue.
And with that being said, Coors, for real, send me some fucking money.
Or lots of beer.
Or lots of beer. Hey, listen, before we really jump into the spirit of things, because everybody who knows me knows I like to make little songs and videos and shit for special occasions. And I didn't get to make one this year. But if it's all right with everybody, I'd love to play the one from last year just because it's really good, right? And as a country collectively, we've had a really hard year. And I'm not going to get into politics on it. I'm just saying we have all had a really hard year together. And the spirit of the video from last year, I think, is really going to shine through this year. So whenever you see 24, replace it with 25. And keep in mind, last year was hosted by me and Misbehaving, who I'm hoping will show up tonight. So let's play it real quick.
All right.
A.S.N. on New Year's Eve. Tonight with Rock Waltz and of course Miss B. 24 is over, how will 25 be? Let's not worry about tomorrow, we'll just have to see. It's New Year's Eve and I'm feeling kinda rowdy, and the social network is bringing the party. Tomorrow is tomorrow for things to come. Instead, let's take a look back at what all we have done. Tomorrow is tomorrow for things to come, things to come. Instead, let's take a look back at what all we have done.
What all we have survived together.
Tomorrow is tomorrow for things to come, things to come. Instead, let's take a look back at what all we have done. Be with us, Butcher. Tonight we can reflect and realize our wins, recognize our losses and appreciate them. Move on bravely, face the new day. The future is not written, forget yesterday. Cause it's New Year's Eve and I'm feeling kinda rowdy, and the social network is bringing the party. Tomorrow is tomorrow for things to come. Instead, let's take a look back at what all we have done. Be with us, Butcher. Tomorrow is tomorrow for things to come, things to come. Instead, let's take a look back at what all we have done.
Girl, you gonna be on TV? No? Okay.
Nice.
And with that being played, let me just really quick acknowledge I guess only this really applies to Doug and I. Harley, welcome to the party, dear.
Hello, guys.
Hi, Harley.
Real quick, though, I want to take a second and acknowledge our dearly loved fallen friend, Butcher. Butcher was quite literally a big part of the spine and the backbone of this network. We lost him to complications with COVID, and I miss him all the time. Butcher, David, brother, I love you, and we miss you. And I just wanted to get that out of the way.
Absolutely.
All right. Fuck it. I don't want to bring down the party. So,
Rob, can I just ask, did you write that song? I probably am just a real moron,
I
but that,
wrote it on AI.
God damn, you are really great at writing fucking like
Thank you.
Backstreet Boys pop rock songs. Because every time I hear your shit, I just fucking I'm like, "God damn, where do I buy this album at, man? You know, I really dig your shit, dude. I really
Just,
do.
just wait till you hear me at karaoke singing Hanging Tough.
I,
Oh my
I look
God.
forward to the moment, my friend. I look
Fuck
forward.
yeah.
Right. Yeah, not too bad. 2020, not too much you want to repeat from 2025, I guess, but that song still applies, I guess. Yeah.
And people right now, I know, because things are so toxic and so divided, are feeling very alone. And it's important to reach out, whether, Republican, Democrat, Trumper, not a Trumper, whatever is going on, it's still important to let each other know that you're not alone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you guys happen to see Dave Chappelle's new comedy special?
Oh, he
No.
did a new one? No, not yet.
Oh yeah, well it's Chappelle's a little different. He's a little more of a centrist, I guess, than some. And I recommend it if you want to, because it seemed like he had a tone of unity in it, and
Yeah.
yeah, so it's
I go with
recommended.
that.
All right. With that being said, Dave Chappelle, send us money.
Anyone listening, for the love of God, send us.
Yeah, well, he's got it. He owns Yellow Springs, Ohio. Apparently, that's part of his bid.
I wonder
Linger
if
bottle.
by
Feel
Fuckwater.
free to sponsor. Yeah,
Send us money.
Send us.
Does
That's what's
anybody else
fun for
want to
me.
do a product placement?
What?
Does anybody else want to do a product placement?
Oh no,
Yeah.
no.
So Harley,
Oh,
where are you drinking and driving, or
are you
what?
gonna make me do the
No,
thing?
I'm not drinking and driving.
Okay, I'm just checking because that's the reason we're doing the virtual this year.
Shit.
No, I'm on my way home from going out with a friend, and the roads are pretty bad.
Oh, be careful.
But
Yeah.
I'm in a
Hey, I
lift, so
got something that changed my future at night, and I'm a football fan, but fucking Ohio State just got beat by Miami.
Awesome.
Oh my God,
Fuck
I'm so
Ohio State.
State's not going to the fucking national championship this year.
Yeah.
I love don't get me wrong, I love Ohio State, but enough already.
Our co-host Will is a big Ohio State fan, but I don't like Ohio State. In Cincinnati, they come down here and try to push their weight around and take over the community and all that shit. It's like,
Well, it's just like when the Patriots, when it was all the Patriots, or like Kansas City, for Kansas City to have fallen out of grace right now. I think that's part of America, isn't it? I mean, we get tired. We love an underdog, and I remember when New England, for God's sake, to have one of their football cards was a disgrace, let alone anything else. But now, then they come along and then they dominate for years, and you finally are going, oh my God, enough of New England. And Ohio State's the same way. They're a great football team.
all I have to say to that is,
Can we?
Okay. I gotta pause that a little bit because Mark Edwards is the nephew of our best friends, and so I've met him. I've met his kids. We're from. Well, Philip is literally from the hometown.
well, if you don't remember,
Norwood,
Mark was
Ohio.
the fullback on the first New England championship team that Brady had, and then he went on to the Niners, and so I'm not a Patriots fan.
No, but we're Mark Edwards. Go Mark.
Yeah.
Anyway, but Ohio State SEC football beats the shit out of Big Ten football. That's what it comes down to, right?
I just want somebody else there. It could be Montana State for God's sakes.
What?
Just fuck Ohio State. Go away for a while. Put another
Yeah.
name out there. Let's watch somebody else be in the national championship and be in the top of the game. That it isn't always the
You know
Ohio.
what, Max? I'm fucking with you, dude. Fuck Ohio. Fuck you,
And
Ohio.
You're
Let
a
me
fucking
tell you something.
Y'all realize me and Phil and Lisa are all from Ohio, right?
Yeah,
Right.
well, I'll tell you what. When the Cleveland Browns don't fuck the Steelers, when fucking Ohio State doesn't make fuck you, Cleveland.
Well, yeah, we're not about Cleveland.
Oh,
Sorry,
no,
Harley,
no.
we're not about Cleveland. But
Of
Harley's
course,
a Dallas
we're
Cowboys
also
fan.
not
So.
about the Steelers.
Yeah, and
so.
I'm like, fuck Cleveland, fuck Ohio State. Anything south of Columbus is cool. Everything north of it is a shit.
I mean, Jesus Christ, Max, you've wrestled in Ohio, dude. You know what it's like. It's like, Jesus, why am I here? Except they do love their wrestling and they sell out.
Well, Ohio, now you're being pretty typical, Rob. I actually wrestled in Iowa, and Ohio has good wrestling, but compared to Iowa, we're talking kind of two different realms there. But the point taken well. There comes a point, no matter who it is, when domination, and you're the only one that dominates. We're as Americans, we fucking love underdogs, and as much as somebody obviously doesn't like the Browns, I'd fucking take the Cleveland Browns in the Super Bowl over the Kansas City Chiefs any fucking day right now. And that's my point. I'm glad the Chiefs are gone. I didn't want to fucking hear about the Kansas City Chiefs ever again either.
Give somebody a chance.
See,
Yeah.
I'm not an Ohio State fan. I'm an Oklahoma State fan because that's where I grew up.
Go Okies!
Man, you say give them a chance. I wouldn't give Cleveland a spoon to eat my ass. Fuck Ohio. Bye, Mrs. Damien.
I'm just going to say
She's
that
closing the door.
if you're using spoons, I don't think you're doing that right.
I just want you to make sure to get a good mouthful every time.
That was funny.
Mind you, I still don't know what edging is. So
Well, who was that? There's Ohio wrestling is pretty good, right? I mean, the Ohio Valley Wrestling. Wasn't there a guy named Les? Oh man, I can't think.
There's
Of
a
it.
big wreck on my corner.
Thing is, Phil, though, is OVW isn't grabbing their own local guys and
you may have to
building
turn down this street right here.
They're importing. So a business that is well funded happens to be doing business in Ohio, but Ohio Valley is representing the state.
Right.
Ohio has good wrestling. Let's not get it wrong, but I wrestled. Forgive me, I'm a bit of a snob because I wrestled for Iowa State University, and Iowa is one of those states. It's like Oklahoma, to be honest with you. Back 20 years ago, 30 years ago, there were really primarily, and I'm saying this, it's going to piss a lot of people off, but there were really two primary states in the United States that dominated amateur wrestling, Iowa and Oklahoma. And I was recruited by both schools.
Now I'm pissed.
Why are you pissed?
Because you said somebody should get pissed, so I did.
Oh, okay, good. Well, because there were other schools that were good, like Lehigh always had a good school, always did good in wrestling. Penn State was good, but nobody dominated like the University of Iowa or Iowa State or the Cowboys, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, which I was recruited by, or the University of Oklahoma, where Dr. Death Steve Williams went to school. And wrestled as an amateur wrestler. And incidentally, I was recruited there by Dr. Death. So anyway, I love amateur wrestling, and Ohio has always had a good wrestling program. But the only downside of Ohio right now, and that really pisses me off, is there's a fucking asshole from Ohio named Jim Jordan that fucking turned a blind eye to sexual fucking
That's right.
wrestling
That's right.
team. And I hate fucking Jim Jordan really bad, not because he's a Republican, but because he turned a blind eye to fucking young men being abused by a wrestling coach.
There's a good HBO special on that.
I watched
it was really good.
Heart.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Max, way to keep things upbeat, brother. I appreciate it. Jesus fucking Christ. Listen, man, before we go on into any more stories about kids getting raped or whatever it is that we're fucking doing here, we do have
a child thing.
Child rape! Woo, woo, woo!
We have to plug. And this is a sponsor brought over to us by a psychopath who hijacked part of Ghosted for a little bit. But it's a good sponsor who stuck with us. Doug, who are we talking about?
Mr. Frim Fram's Existential Slap Dong Emporium. If you want a slap or you want a dog, go to Mr. Frim Fram.
See, the thing about Mr. Frim Flam is the dong slapping is so existential that you won't even fucking understand. It's awesome. You should check it out.
My wife is so proud right now.
That's exactly what I showed up for.
Absolutely.
I thought Lindsay was going to be here. Where's Lindsay?
I know it's why I'm here.
Oh, Lindsay! Oh, you son of a bitch! Yeah, no, she's mock you fucking. Goddamn, I wasn't ready for that.
That's a point.
I'm sitting here going, Lindsay, what the fuck are we talking? Oh,
yeah, Lindsay.
Oh, me, my Lindsay.
I know how much you love her. You want to marry her. You think she's gorgeous.
I don't know about all that, but she does give good head, so I'm gonna keep her around.
You hope she does. You hope she does.
Wow, what kind of show we got here?
That's what he said.
Oh.
You just say what I thought you said?
What do you think I said?
So I enjoyed that time I came on, Doug, with you and Rob when you were doing the videos. It was a high. There were spots. They were blown spots, basically.
Oh, blown spot central. Yeah.
You guys still doing that?
No, but we need to. We haven't done one of those in a while.
That was a trip. I mean,
all right. She's gonna go eat now.
I'm gonna go finish my dinner until we.
Nice to see you. All right. Happy New Year.
So Max, just so you know, since you'll be a part of it, that's a little special we do every now and again on Wrestle Shoot, Blown Spot Central, where we basically watch bad fucking blown spots and live react to them and kind of pick them apart a little bit. It's fun.
Are we talking about like blown high spots in a wrestling match?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Gotta love
we call it Blown Spot Central.
Nice.
The guys kicking other dudes in the face.
I still have a bunch of those clips in a file. I have. I mean, it's there's some crazy shit in there.
Yeah.
I don't know. You want to play one? Want to see an example?
Yeah, I could try to dig around and find it.
Please.
It could take me a second.
It's the type of thing that if you're just watching a match and you're not really paying a whole lot of attention, you might miss it. But if you're looking for it, it's like, holy shit, he just took his nose off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
you
got to be kind of educated. Sometimes you might not even realize the spot was blown because sometimes you just go, what the fuck? And you know, you can almost feel like it was a serendipitous moment.
But we do the blown spot show like Stevie Richards would do his sometimes, where he'd show like fuck moments. Not just a blown spot. Like for instance, it could be a video of one wrestler throwing his best friend off a set of bleachers.
Oh
God! If only I could have gotten that on tape.
I know. Fuck yeah, dude. All that for nothing.
Well, the great thing is if you were a professional wrestler, the one thing we can all rest assured of is at one point in our careers, we were all part of a blown spot.
Oh God!
Not me. I hit all my spots.
Every single match, I was blowing spots.
Dude, Mr. Boogie Woogie. My first name. I was so scared. And I blew every fucking spot we were getting going because I'm paying attention to the fans. And finally, Jimmy tosses me into the corner, comes in, forearms me across the mouth, grabs me by the back of my long ass hair, and pulls me in and says, "Stop paying attention to them. It's just you and me. We're going to do a little dance, and then we're going to take it home. And if you blow one more spot, I'll break your fucking arm." And he whipped me out of the corner, and I hit every spot after that, boy.
Incentivized.
Because Jimmy Valley, you watch him on TV, he's a lot of fun, and he's silly, and he's goofy, but he's a legit hooker. Like, he could really get in there and fuck you up if he even thinks about it.
Right?
Yeah, I probably would have just ended up with a broken arm.
Yep.
Well, that's, I mean, there's a lot of factors that go into all that. I mean, it's like, you got to watch your diet. Like, you can't eat a fried chicken dinner before you go into the ring, right? I mean, you can't like.
Well, fucking Meanie would, Tonga Kid, Rikishi, they do.
Well, you can, but you can, but 3/4 of your match is going to be a headlock in the fucking middle of the ring.
Work the arm, brother. Work the arm.
Work the arm. Take a fucking hold. Take a fucking hold.
Are we going to do something else? Yeah, let's just go ahead and go home. What?
Yeah, right. Throw me out. Let's do something else. Throw me out of the ring and have him count to fucking 20.
Man, I remember when my grandma was like a real teetotaling church-going woman, but it's like back in the 50s and stuff, she was a huge wrestling fan. She didn't want anybody to know about it, but she'd watch this shit like Gorgeous George and stuff like that. And I think she even went to like Cincinnati Gardens to see it and stuff. And I mean, it had such mass appeal back in those, in those days.
They were fucking Gorgeous George was great. I watched a match with Gorgeous George one time. I swear to God, it took him 23 minutes to take his fucking robe off, and the crowd was with him for every single minute of it.
And what's great about him is he was one of those dudes who lived and breathed his kayfabe.
Oh, absolutely.
All the time. He was so deep into his character at all times that he would pay guys like young, sleek, little pretty boys in town to let him go into a bar, pick that kid up in public, leave the bar with him, and then the gig was over. The kid could go on about his way. But he wanted everybody to see the champion go into a bar, pick up a man in front of everybody, and leave. And that's the fucking champ who just did that. That's why Gorgeous George was so revolutionary, because it's not like he was a great worker for his time.
No, that's what I mean. That's what's so. But then again, that's what's so beautiful.
The commitment.
You watch the Garden thing when it took him 23 minutes to take his fucking robe off. That's the quintessential fucking definition of what's beautiful about professional wrestling. Is that it is the quintessential sport of Americana, because anything's possible and you can get away with anything. And the funny part about it, just real quick, is think about the Bugs Bunny cartoons that personified wrestling. Who was the primary character in the fucking Bugs Bunny cartoons? Was Gorgeous George.
Did you guys see the June Byers movie?
The Mildred Burke.
Mildred Burke. Yeah.
And it's funny because I was just going to bring her up since we're talking about George and it's absolutely true that he was such a mediocre wrestler that he was about to get beat out of the business. Not drummed out, not want to quit. He was going to get beaten out because he wasn't doing anything good for the business. Holy fuck on a stick. Hang on, guys. I just got to do this one right. She's been gone for a little bit for numerous reasons. She is the one who co-founded this very New Year's Eve show with me. Not founded it. It was actually her fucking idea, and I didn't even want to goddamn do it. But here's what we're gonna do. Before we bring her on, goddamn it, I've been waiting to play this for a minute. Max, you'll enjoy this. Here is a song that I wrote for the entrance for a really good show we hope is coming back soon.
Oopsie.
Psych, I was just fucking with you. Misbehaving in the house. What's up, buddy?
What up? Mwah, mwah, mwah.
You know what, though? Actually, I feel stupid now because I did set it up. So let me actually play the song for Max. Here, check.
Ladies and gentlemen, podcast viewers of adult ages, allow me the pleasure of introducing tonight's entertainment. Brought to you courtesy of the Anti-Social Network. The incredible, the mysterious, and of course alluring, Misbehaving's Red Rum. Shake a tail feather for us, on with the show.
Actually, hon, yeah, bring it.
Nice.
I'm back. Sorry.
Now, Max,
You
that
are
song,
just a fucking pop icon, Rob. I'm sorry,
well,
brother.
that song actually was not AI. That song I wrote with the guy across the street in his band.
Just for me.
Fucking good
Yeah,
shit.
for real.
Is it on the door?
And it was worth it because Misbehaving brings
Yes.
a hell of a show. Now, Miss B, I gotta ask you, where the fuck is Doc?
Who the fuck cares?
I take his absence as a personal insult.
Yeah,
Never
well,
ask me about my business.
he kind of feels my absence is
Uh-oh.
a personal insult, but that's okay. This ain't his show. This is our show, right?
That's right. Miss B,
We don't need nobody else.
Miss B, let me do this nice and proper. Mr. Max Payne, Mr. Max Guyver. This is the great Misbehaving, and she is a promoter.
Nice. Nice to meet you.
I am.
So pleased to meet you.
So pleased to meet you, sir. Thank you so much. Happy New Year to you.
Oh, you know, and I'm so excited about 2026, man. It's going to be a good one.
I feel like it needs to be because we need to finish our 9-year cycle and start anew, right?
That's what I'm talking about right there.
And you know what? With this awesome moment with Miss B coming on back and joining us tonight, Doug, we know that this awesome moment was brought to us by who?
Mr. Frim Fram's Existential Slapdong Emporium.
That's right. Fuck yeah, we have fun over here.
Hey, I found the file with the crazy wrestling clips. I have one called Crazy Montage. You want me to play it?
Fucking A right.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, Miss B. We're gonna show some blown spots here.
Okay. Well,
all right.
Not a dog. That's not a dog.
Mayhem.
Goes on.
All right, here we go.
Tonight against Douglas Williams, 0-1.
Win this tournament. Drew's gonna fly, Sal.
Oh shit!
Oh
my god!
中段を打ち抜くバレットポーズを見舞った。さあ来るぞリングの中央。AJ スタイルズ圧倒的な強さ。スタイルズクラッシュ。異様な角度で真っ逆さま。
Was he dead?
Right.
Oh! What the fuck is that? Oh, God.
Charade getting on the top floor in the high rent district. Here he goes. Crossing himself.
Oh! Holy man.
Feel that in the neck.
I'm all right.
That can't be okay.
He's done.
Dude, not even a gentle cover. Oh, he's fucked. Oh my God. Oh my God.
There's honestly, there was fucking spinal cord separation in 4 or 5 of those clips.
Yeah, the guy went over the ropes and hit the floor right in his, right on his neck, basically.
Oh my God!
That good
I've actually taken falls like that, but not with assistance.
That is a taste of Wrestle Shoot's Blown Spot Central. So let's get that one going here, like real quick.
Hell yeah. And I also, doing that, I also made Rob a fan of this lady right here. Sue Young, we meet again.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear God. She is so dangerous. She has no business in a ring ever. Why does she keep getting booked?
Oh, you know what's horrible about watching that shit is your own personal memories. That's when you watch that, you go back to the times when you were actually in the ring and you made those fucking horrible mistakes, and you left and you remembered them for like the next 6 months because you couldn't fucking move, and we've all done it, so we all know what it feels like. But it's one of those things. I have such a difficult time watching people get hurt because I know personally what it feels like to be in those positions.
Yeah, but
my God!
But then on the other side of that, Max, you got the fans, the viewer, the fans' perspective of it. And I'm going to give you a quick example, right? So the first time me and Chris were ever going to wrestle each other was going to be a hardcore championship match. And Chris was nervous because Reputation was all over the 4 or 5 states surrounding California that Rob Wilds will beat the fuck out of you because he's a head case. And that only happened because I tapped out a couple of dudes who had some seniority but tried to take liberties, and I just let him know that's not going to happen. So Chris was nervous to wrestle me. I said, look, brother, let's get into the ring right now. Let's just go over a couple of things. And we did, and it flowed, and it was beautiful. The promoter was in that show, had himself booked against Juventud Guerrero. And he saw, Psychosis. Hoovy was somebody else. He saw our match, and he took some backyard piece of garbage and goes, hey, we're going to make this actually a 3-way. And he included this guy in the match. So already it's bad news, right? It went bad right the fuck away. This guy picks up a chair outside of the ring, swats Chris in the back of the head with the wrong end of the chair, and split him 8 stitches open. So now he's on the ground with his bell rung, and I immediately find blood pouring out. What do? This backyard is walking up to us. I jump up and I just jaw jack him. I drop him. You stay the fuck down. And I grab Chris and I throw him in a real light figure 4. And I sit up, like you're supposed to when everybody's selling it. He sits up to sell it. And I said, brother, you are bleeding bad. And he leans back and he wipes the back of his head and looks at it and goes, motherfucker, roll. Okay, we rolled over. I let go. He got up to Polani and grabbed that chair and proceeded to abuse him in a level that I have never seen to that point. Just wailing on him. And I'm looking at his face and his eyes are kind of jotting around, but his shots are landing. He's beating the fuck out of this guy. Doug, we're talking about Joe Polani, by the way.
Right.
Yeah, so he's beating the fuck out of this guy. Boom, 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 boom. Finally, I jump up, give Chris a real light work shot, and I push him hard as hell. And I said, get him to the fucking ring, to his manager. And I look down at Polani, who has got blood pouring out his mouth, pouring out of his head, and his eye is swelling shut. And he goes, Rob, I can't do it. I said, you stupid piece of shit. And I kicked him in the fucking mouth. Rolled back into the ring as Chris is standing there like he's literally in Street Fighter, right? He's just kind of waving around a little bit. Or Mortal Kombat. Oh. And I grabbed him. I hit my finish. He goes, no, you're supposed to pin him. I said, no, we're done. So that's what the fans saw take place. 3 weeks later, at a different show, halfway across the state, a woman approaches me and says, hey, my son is here. Can he come talk to you? And I was like, of course he can. And he says, is your friend Chris okay? I was like, what? And what he witnessed, the brutality, the blood, everything going sideways and it turning real. This kid saw all of that, and psychologically it stuck with him.
Wow.
Like these jobbers who do these crazy hardcore spots and hurt each other, they're not just hurting them, they're hurting everybody. They're hurting the dudes in the back who got to wrestle next to a crowd who is just dropped. Holy fuck, dude. Just people need to go back to like our day. And they need to
actually tell a story
instead of not even that.
High spots, instead of doing all these high spots that are just going to kill any person regardless. And it looks ridiculous.
But not even that. Like if I'm wrestling Doug, like I am giving Doug my body, right? I'm giving Max my body.
You're
I'm
trusting.
Trust. And the old school guys would know if you're giving your body, then you got to give your body back. And you guys have got to trust each other. Because if somebody gets fucked up, look, if I'm booked with Max for 8 shows and he breaks my back on the second show, he's off the next 6 shows. He's done. There's no more payday for him.
You know, it's funny as you're telling this story, you know, one of the matches I'm probably that I'm most remembered for was the Chicago street fight between Mick and I and the Nasty Boys.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, that was brutal.
Every time I hear the word a chair shot, the Nasty Boys, you know, had this huge vendetta against me because they always believed that I hurt Knobs on purpose in this throw that I did against him. It's out there if you care to go.
And it was Knobs who laid it into you, right?
Well, the problem is it was that when Knobs got hurt with the throw that I laid into him, it was because Knobs didn't trust me. And the reason Knobs didn't trust me is because Knobs didn't trust anybody.
Yeah.
Knobs fucking hurt everybody he wrestled. And so everybody was gunning for Knobs because when I did that, when I actually hurt Knobs, and I didn't intend to hurt him, he fucking hurt himself. And if you watch the throw, you go in and watch it, you can see I was trying to protect him, but he decided he was going to control his own throw.
Which throw? What was the throw? So we can hear.
I did a belly to belly, and I trapped his arm, and I was going to throw him over his arm. And I warned him at the beginning of the night before we went out. I said, if you don't fucking go, I'm going to go, and you're going to get hurt. And I told him that before the match. And he fucking didn't trust me. And so he tried to control the bump. Had he trusted me and let me throw him, fuck, I would have just thrown him out of the ring and he would have been fine. But instead, he tried to do that shitty ass forward bump that he always does when somebody's trying to throw him. And he lit on his own shoulder. I had nothing to do with it. He's the one that hurt himself, not me.
Well, can I be devil's advocate on this real quick?
Yeah.
Because like Max, like you know as well as I do, Candace, Doug, you guys know that in this business you do give your body to people, but right. you still want to have some control of the outcome. Now, absolutely. Brian, and let's be very, very real, Brian's background is mafia, right? His family's background is mafia. Yeah. Yeah. So he comes from that. You can't ever really trust anybody. And the problem with the bump that you're referring to was when you hooked him and you had his arms snugged up so you could put him down square. He didn't want his arms snugged up. He wanted to be able to clean bumping. But that's not how you take that belly to belly.
He wanted to control the bump, and I told him. But the thing is in fairness, that's what I'm saying. In fairness, I said, listen, you guys have all got your shit in. I'm going to get mine. Now I'm telling you, the predecessor to this story, if you go watch the Chicago street fight, there's this moment where Sags now is going to reciprocate for Knobs, which they did he did, supposedly I hurt Knobs once. They hurt me 15 fucking times because of that one time. And in this particular case, fucking Sags was supposed to give me a chair shot to the back, and he made the arch of that fucking chair hit me right between my shoulder blades. Instead of turning it around and making sure it hit me flat, it hit me. He turned it around so that the arch of the back of the chair hit me right in the shoulder. As I'm sitting here right now telling the story, I can still feel my vertebrae separating as he smashed me with the fucking chair that night. And those are those moments that I'm talking about when, they knocked me unconscious on several occasions, because that was always the problem with the Nasty Boys, is their fucking work looked like shit, and then they hurt you on top of it. That was the fucking thing that was so tough about working with them, is they'd fucking throw a punch and it looked horrible and it'd fucking knock you out.
And that's when ego messes up the whole show for everybody, because you're putting other people at stake. And it looks sloppy. And I'm sorry, but Knobs and Sags always look sloppy.
And the problem with those two fuckers is that they are both sleazebags and they're both chicken shits, right? Now Brian will at least talk shit to your face and say, I got beef with you. You did A, B, and C, and fuck you. Jerry, you piece of fucking shit. If you see this, fuck you. Jerry
fuck
will
you.
Smile
fuck
at
you.
your.
I got my own story with him. Fuck him.
Jerry will smile to your face.
Let me just finish a couple things here real quick. First of all,
fuck you, Jerry.
It may sound like
I'm really
Jerry. I understand your frustration, and so believe me, I accept what you're saying, but I will tell you, some of the greatest, funnest, most amazing road times of my life, and there'll be times down the road I'll gladly tell the fucking stories because they're dirty, they're ugly, but they're fucking amazing, was with the Nasty Boys, and I loved them both tremendously.
I bet they were dirty, those scumbags.
I forgive them for what they did to me, but let me just say this. The night that I fucking threw Knobs, I was this guy that I hated the fucking Click dressing room and the boys' dressing room where all the fucking superstars sat. So I would always dress with the enhancement guys. I loved hanging out with the enhancement guys because after the matches, they'd invite me fucking back to their apartments and we'd fucking eat and smoke and they'd take care of me, and they were just sweet fucking human beings. And the night that that Knobs got hurt, that I threw him and he went down, when I walked in the dressing room that night, every single fucking guy in the dressing room stood up and gave me a standing ovation, and I'll never forget that.
Nice.
Wow. So, and my only real problem, I think, with Jerry, this illustrates it, was I was on a show with him, right? I wasn't wrestling him. It was nothing. I wasn't involved with him at all. And he was really disrespectful to his job guy that he was working with, who was one of the local bigger ups, right? So he
gave me a standing ovation right there because they fucking treated the enhancement guys with fucking zero respect.
Yeah. And that's what he was doing. He was just kind of punking this kid out so fine. And I know both of them from, way back. So I was like, hey, Jerry, so look, man, you're never coming back here again, right? He's going to be back here next Saturday. Like, okay, he's going to lay down for you, but you don't got to go out there and punk him out. He's somebody here. And Jerry's like, all right, I hear what you're saying, brother. No problem. I'm going to go talk to him. We'll work it out. End of the show, we did a big battle royal for some kind of a cup. And fucking me thinking Jerry's brother, yeah, baby, runs up behind me in a rumble, behind me, right behind the ear, bottom of the jaw. He tried to knock me out. Came over for a clock. Except we both know that Jerry, you hit like a fucking little girl, you cunt ass pussy. Jerry Sags, you're
don't
a bitch.
around the bush, Rob. What are you trying to say?
Jerry's
Hey,
okay.
guys,
So
I think we're gonna go ahead and bow out. Lisa had her treatment tonight, so she gets a little bit tired afterwards. But
hey,
Not to
real quick
mention
though,
I'm
before
drunk
you
right
guys
now.
go, what do you do here? What do you do here at the network?
Oh, we
Hey,
do.
Stella Rosa, tequila pineapple flavor.
Yeah, she took a couple of those, and now she's
pineapple
about.
chili flavor.
She's gonna see the
Please
doctor in
feel
the
free
morning.
to sponsor us.
Yeah, send us money.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
look at
Don't
that.
do
Look
that.
at that product placement.
Lisa and Phil, I love you both so much. I had such a great time with you.
Yeah, we had a
Love
great
you
time
too,
with
Max.
you. We do, the podcast, and then what Max was alluding to is our political cadence program.
Doug, your wife's freaking hot.
Yeah. I grabbed her titty one day. It was fun.
Oh boy, that we got another story to come back for then. All right, guys. Happy
Guys,
New Year.
I fucking love you like a fat kid loves cake. Have a good night.
All
Love
right.
you.
Have a good one. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
So that was Jerry's punk ass bitch move on me. And when he did it, he didn't even knock me down. I didn't even take a knee. I just kind of staggered back because I was already at the turnbuckle, right? And I was working with this kid, and the kid goes, trying to let me know that fat boy fucking Jerry is charging across at me. I didn't turn around in time. He caught me. I staggered. I turned around and said, "You old fossil," and I went at him, dude. And the boys were jumping on me doing the work punches so he could get the fuck away. And he did. Because, Jerry, you're a bitch.
You're
Miss
a
B.
bitch, Jerry.
Miss B, what's your story about that little punk
Let's
ass?
hear from you, Miss B. We want to hear your side of the fucking gig.
So, mine, I have told the story before, and I absolutely love this story because it was pretty sure it was Hawk's last match before he passed.
Oh, man.
And I and my girlfriend were valeting the Iron Sheik. And I can't even recall what town that was. Oh, it was right down the street in Streeter, Illinois. And yes, the Iron Sheik was
Iron Sheik. We know what good gimmick Iron Sheik has.
I fuck your ass. Make you humble.
Well, every time that the Iron Sheik came into Chicago, he stayed with me and old Danny Boy, DOC.
What's up, you pretty bastard?
What up, handsome?
But DOC was the one that was supposed to accommodate him at the show, but DOC had his own show that night. So Sheiky asked me and my girlfriend if we would accommodate him. So we went over to Streeter, Illinois, and had the whole glitzy locker room. We had Hawk, we had Jerry.
Fuck you, Jerry.
Oh, there was so many people in that locker room. Nasty boys, yeah. But
Tito Santana.
yeah. Oh, Tito. Yeah, Tito and I. He loves my.
I love Tito.
Yes, Tito loves my braids. Every time I see him, he's like, "You're the girl with the braids." I said,
"Yeah, I
yes.
fucking love Tito." Max, you know Tito.
So, anybody that's been in the locker room with Sheiky, he gets very aggressive when he's getting ready. And, he's a real down to earth person. But the minute he walks out that curtain, his gimmick is real strong. And
Him and Hogan were very similar in the getting into character in the back and not being very cool to be around.
Yeah. Well, Sheiky was very cool, but you never knew when that switch turned on how not cool he was going to be to you. And we were starting out our night really awesome. The vibe in the locker room, we were sitting right next to Hawk. uh, it felt so good. And being early on in my career, I thought I was on fucking cloud nine, right? You know, we were the hot girls in the locker room, and there wasn't any women on the show that night. So, like, we were getting all kinds of attention. And of course, sitting with Shiki, you really get attention, you know? Well, old Jerry boy was getting ready, and for some reason, he has a complex undressing. And he really didn't like the girls in the locker room, even though nobody was paying attention to him because it's not like he's a package anyway, you know? But he made it such a big deal that me and my girl ran out to go to the restroom to get ready for our spot. And Sags decided to complain to security that he couldn't be in a locker room with females while he was getting dressed. And basically, we got locked out of the door that we were to come back into the locker room and to go out the other door with the Sheik for his entrance. And it ended up ruining the whole entrance for Shiki. And when we had to run all the way around to the other door and come not in an entrance, but from, like, you know, the darkness, and run up to Shiki's entourage, you know, like we knew what the hell we were doing. Shiki really turned Persian, let me tell you. Completely blew the spot on, you know, doing the run in and giving him everything he needed and whatnot. And by the time we got back to the locker room, Shiki was so outraged. And, you know, you would think that it was just part of the show, his gimmick. But no, me knowing him personally and him having to come back to my house that night, he was so upset. And it all was because of Sags. And by the time I got back to the locker room with Shiki, I was on even more of bitch haven. And yeah, the whole locker room got a kick out of me totally tearing Sag's ass apart. Hawk really enjoyed it because Sags felt about this big in front of a rookie female at that had no part in that business at that time. I was just a special guest of the Sheik. So, of course, nobody likes somebody that gets shine just by walking in the door. You know, we all know that. But you get something like this in nice little fishnets and short skirt. Why the fuck would Sags be
And
upset
so much
that we were in the
humility.
locker room with him? The only thing I would say is he's got a complex a hell of a lot bigger than me. And all I can say to Jerry is, fuck you, Jerry.
Well, wait.
Because you're a pussy.
Here we go. Here we go.
He did apologize to her years later, and he remembered the incident, and he did apologize.
Okay. But I'm sorry,
But
when you're with
him
the
anyway.
Iron Sheik, I'm sorry, when you're with the Iron Sheik and you are the show, fuck you, Jerry. Your apology came way too late, and I don't give a shit. That incident should have never fucking happened. If you're in a locker room and you're a professional, it doesn't matter what your package is. Turn your ass around. Nobody gives a shit.
It was like 8 years later.
And Max, Doc, and Doug, if you are going to run up behind somebody in a ring and punch them and you don't drop them, aren't you at least going to then stand your ground and be
get
ready
that
for
receipt,
them to come
baby.
back?
Get that receipt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, but he bitched the fuck out, dude. He ran.
Someone, then yeah, I mean that's, you know, yeah.
But if you're going to take your receipt, you better make sure that you can take that ass whooping that comes back with it too, though.
First and foremost, what kind of a fucking man are you that you would run up? I mean, you're speaking of a language that, you know, I that's one of those things. I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna put myself over, but I'm also gonna say, you know, if I'm going to give an ass whooping, I'm going to take an ass whooping, and I'm not going to fucking douche somebody from behind. What kind of
which is weird because
you're going to fucking fight somebody, whether you get your ass kicked or you don't. You stand up for yourself like a fucking man, and you do it straight to their face. And Unfortunately, but then the other side of it is you got to give. So there's certain credit. Here's 180 degrees of that. You got to give fucking a certain level of something to the Nasty Boys because they fucking lived who they were and everybody knew it. I mean, listen to this round table of people who knew the Nasty Boys. Not one person is sitting here talking about them ever having integrity. I mean, that's not a word that even
No,
exists
they
in
were
the
pretty nasty.
So the first time,
yeah.
the first time I met him, we're sitting in the car. You were there, right?
I was there too. Yeah, XWF.
It was an XWF show in Indiana, and we're fucking outside smoking in the car, and he pulls the. Oh fuck! I drew a blank. What the fuck's the blonde hair's name? One
Brian.
This
guy.
I'm fucking out of it.
No, that's
Brian
okay.
pulls up.
Smoke that weed, baby.
First thing he does in the parking lot, gets out of the car, whips his dick out, and starts pissing right in the middle of the parking lot. And there's a line of people fucking at the show waiting to get in the door. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
That was
they are entrance. Some nasty boys.
They are nasty.
That's the thing about them. They made a commitment. Like I said, I'm not going to talk shit about them in that sense because they know who they are. And when I heard Knobs after I threw him, they went out of their way because he was butt buddies with Hogan. Knobs was.
Yeah.
He absolutely went out of his way to destroy my career after that. He fucking told everybody how fucking lazy and stupid I was in the ring. And, the only thing you can do to combat that kind of a thing is just exactly like this round table I'm sitting at now. Consider source.
Yeah.
But the thing is about and because both Brian and Jerry, in my opinion, I'm not speaking for the network, but in my opinion, they're a couple of pussy ass bitches. And what's funny about that is they are of the generation where you weren't trained by pussy ass bitches.
Yeah.
Doug and myself both come from Paul DeMarco. And anybody who has any kind of wrestling history knows that Paul DeMarco was considered a hooker. In fact, Paul DeMarco beat the fuck out of Sheik so bad that he grabbed when Sheiky was trying to get the fuck out of the ring and powder off to the back because DeMarco was dominating him so much. Paul grabbed his foot right before he was out of the ring. Sheiky shimmied out of his foot, bolted to the back, grabbed his gimmick in his gear, missing one boot, jumped in his rental car and bounced. And the next day, at the next venue, he was booked against Paul again. And Paul walked up and said, "Hey, Sheiky, dude, here's your boot." "Oh, Polly, baby. Oh, Sheiky, very sorry about yesterday." And he didn't try to take liberties on Paul once more. Because although Sheiky was a tough guy, Paul is from the generation of hookers. And people before his generation were all pretty much hookers. So the dudes, the LOD, the Rick Rudes, the Kurt Hennings, the Harts, look at all these dudes who are all not hookers, but they're all at least shooters. Right? They can get down there and they can get down there. Nasties can't get down there and get back up. They're fucking turtles. You couple of fat, stinking fucks. You worthless.
But the danger of the Nasty Boys is, and this is it, I mean this from the bottom of my heart, is if you did one and you can't, let it be like a mafia hit. If you didn't hit them both, the other one's going to get you while you're turned.
Like a couple of bitches.
That's what I'm saying. They lived and personified the Nasty Boy character because they were so loathsome. That's just who the fuck they are. They didn't shoot, they couldn't hook, and they didn't give a fuck because they didn't need to. If you did something wrong to them,
but they couldn't fight either. They hit like girls.
No, but that's okay. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and everybody knew that, but they didn't give a fuck because behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, they were the nasty boys and they got away with all the shit they got away with because they're beyond like a team. They're still that way today. I saw them at a signing in New York right when I first come back and started doing signings. They're no different now than they were.
Okay? How is Brian? Like, is he still
So
on the walk?
I've heard he's dying. He's got
Yeah.
bad diabetes and he's, which I can empathize with. That part I understand. But, the one thing I wouldn't want to be in their position only because, except for they are who they are, and no one, when they pass and leave this planet, are ever going to fucking talk about the nasty boys with integrity. They're never fucking go, those were some bad motherfuckers. They're going to say they were some underhanded, sneaky motherfuckers that love to punch people from behind. And if that's the way you want
That's
to
like so many, though, like Matt Bourne.
Your reputation, they're proud of that. That's not who I am. And obviously, nobody in this circle's that way because we all came from old school. I was trained by Red Bastien. And so I came from old fucking school mentality. And that's just not the way I was raised in the business. And for whatever reason, no matter how they were raised, they defied that because they don't give a fuck.
I want to share a story with you. I wanted to bring up on the last Wrestle Shoot, but we didn't get to it. Red Bastien, that old motherfucker, man. I got to hang out with him one night, man. I was on a show where he was booked just to do autographs, and he was booked with Baron Von Raschke. And all of the boys in the back, because at intermission, all the boys went out to the ring to be like, can I get a free photo with you? Can I get a free photo with you? And for some reason or another, Baron's gear was right next to mine. So he was like, hey, you're gonna be sitting back here and I'm gonna go out to the car and lay down. Can you watch my gear? Yeah, no problem. So that's kind of how that panned out. But at the end of the night, Red and Baron approached me and said, we are gonna go back with this bottle of Jack Daniels. We're gonna get a bag of something white and fluffy, and we're just gonna hang out and have a real mellow night. And I said, you're going to get a bottle of Jack. You're going to get a bag of blow. And to you, that's a mellow night? And they just kind of chuckled and went, yeah, that's what our wives would say. That's a good night for us. So I got to go. And we know that Baron Von Raschke, right? That was just a gimmick. He was very American. So we go back to their hotel room. And they're getting down with it, dude. And I am sitting, like Red is sitting on the bed. And I'm sitting on a chair, but these chairs were fucking low to the ground, right? So I was kind of hunched down. But I had the chair pulled up to the bed, and we were all passing a joint around that they put a little something extra on. And he's just telling stories. And I'm just listening to him in these stories. And suddenly it hits me. I am a child sitting at his granddad's feet, listening to him tell stories. And he was such a well-rounded and unique person. I was blown away. And then finally, we're doing shots of Jack, and he says, "Hey, I love them so much. I can't remember Baron's real name, but he said, hey, Baron's real name. Why don't you give us this toast?" And he went full Von Raschke, and he picked up his glass and he said, "Okay." Okay, you dogs, you listen. Here it is to you, and here it is to me, and I hope that we never disagree. But if we do, fuck you, let's all drink to Baron.
Cheers!
Yeah, dude. Red was the man. I loved my time with him. I only got a few hours one night. I was in the same hotel, but I took a powder early, so I didn't impose. I wish I had more time with him before he passed, but he was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I got to tell you, man, that's, as I've gotten old, when I first broke into the business, of course, because I didn't grow up in the business. I grew up a business guy because I was an amateur wrestler. And so I was the opposite of fucking a mark. I hated the fucking business. And I didn't know who Red was until after years, but he's the guy who got me in Japan. He's the guy who fucking broke me in the WWF, carrying fucking, the robes back. And
he's the guy who made Bruiser Brody somebody.
Absolutely. He made, fuck, are you kidding? He made fucking Sting. He made the Ultimate Warrior.
Well, hang on now. Let's be honest. Red Bastien did not make it. It's that fucking guy in LA right now whose name slips me. Rick Bassman is who got them on TV, who got them.
But Red trained the Ultimate Warrior and Sting.
Yeah.
When they were
Red half trained him.
Huh?
Red half trained him.
No, he taught him the business just like he did me. He broke him into the business and taught him. He had a ring built in a fucking handball court in fucking the north part of the valley in California. And they all paid $2,500, and Red fucking taught us all the business. And part of the reason we all wanted Red to teach us the business because he fucking was an agent for Vince at the time. Right. He was Vince's West Coast fucking agent, and that's how I was lucky enough to fucking build the cage for Hogan and Bundy at the sports arena at WrestleMania 2. It was all because of Red, and Red's the one who, I met Dude and fucking Jake the Snake, and I carried all their fucking robes back when I started out in the business, and Red taught me the business at a fundamental level. And I look back at it now, and I fucking love him. Yeah, was Red the guy that like Rick Bassman? No, but he's the guy that taught them the fundamentals of the business so that they had something to carry through the business the rest of their lives. And that's the part about Red.
Fuck you, Rick Bassman. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry. God, I'm full of anger tonight.
You're full of anger?
I guess so, because I'm so angry. Rick Bassman's a piece of shit, too. I said his name, but he's a cunt.
I never met him.
Yeah, we're a bunch of haters up in here, aren't we?
Well, actually, Doug will relate to this, too.
Anti-social network just means we talk shit.
That's right. Max, you'll appreciate this, but Doug will, because it was in relation to the show where Mike gave Doug a pep talk before his match, which was fantastic. But when we landed him, we were going to split because that piece of shit in LA Bassman was going to use them the next night. So my idiot partner in this event decided he was going to front 100% of the airfare to get them to us in Sacramento, to LA, and then back home individually. And Bassman was going to send him the money. And of course, he didn't. So come show day, I am fucking hot, dude, when I went and picked him up at the airport. And they're like, what's going on, brother? Everything good? And I was like, everything is great, man. And it really actually was more Joe, who started getting more like probing, like, no, seriously, what's hot? You're hot about this show. What's going on? Are we going to have a problem with this show? So I told him. And Mike goes, okay, so we get to the hotel. We go on up to their rooms. He goes, come with me. So we go into the rooms. He picks up the phone and he calls Bassman. And he goes, hey, it's Mike. If you don't pay the kids what you owe them within the next hour, we ain't fucking coming. Fuck you. We'll just fly home and we'll buy our own plane ticket home. And an hour later, fucking we had a Western Union with the money that he owed us. So that was pretty fucking sick, dude. Mike was the man. Then he went and gave Doug a pep talk before his match the next day. And just, dude, both of those guys were the shit. Very different personalities, but they were both awesome.
Yep, I'll never forget that, man. That was, I was just worried about poking out Rude Boy's eye with a fork. When
I was watching Mike having a seat next to you, and patting you on the knee and he was talking to you, giving you a pep talk. I was watching you more than him. You were this 10-year-old kid with the Road Warrior talking to him, and you were just in total fucking like, oh my God, this is a God mode. It was fantastic.
Right. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I was just like, holy crap! I grew up watching this guy on, watching these guys on TV, and now here's Hawk in the makeup. He didn't have the shoulder pads on yet, but he was in the face paint, just talking, and I'm like, dude, and is this real? Am I actually this? It feels like a weird dream that I would have, or like when the hell would this ever happen for me? Kind of a feeling, but it did, and it was like, oh fuck, man.
Mike was what what's amazing about Hawk, man, is I'm so privileged because I really got to know Mike, and he was such a fucking unbelievable human being. Just if you got to be around him at any level, when to actually get to know him and go down the road with him and actually be around him. I feel another guy. I'm just so fortunate. I look back. Sometimes I got to pinch myself because, I went through a few things with him that are memories I'm never going to forget. They're just, it's so fucking seared and imprinted into my mind. And I just loved the guy with all my heart. It's just like the Red Bastien story. There's certain people that I'm so fucking lucky that, I got to be around, these people. I did the road with Joe for a while, and it's just I feel so fortunate to have been around guys like them because they teach great lessons. I'll tell you that it's a really amazing thing to learn lessons from those kind of folks because that's the part of the business that's so beautiful is learning lessons from guys who are legends like that. That's the part I always love about.
And the thing about Mike was he was such a legit tough guy, right? Like a real bruiser, that he didn't have that normal fear that people have about being honest about their opinion. So when he was talking to Doug, and Doug was saying, I'm really nervous because Rude Boy is my first name. The only real part of that conversation I remember is Mike laughing and going, "You think Rude Boy's a name? He's not very good." And oh my God, dude, that slayed me. And Rudy heard it. And he's just like, yeah, dude, I'm not really a very good wrestler. I'm lucky with who I know.
So, Max, I want to just add on. I only got a brief time with Mike, and it wasn't even on a personal level, but mine was just the energy of him. I'm a type of person that absolutely feeds off of energy, and I definitely can read somebody just by being in the presence of them, and that night in Streeter with the Sheik, that I'm pretty sure 99.9% that was his last show before he passed. And like I said, it was just a brief time in the locker room. I was very new to the business, and his energy was just so electrifying that you wanted to get to know him. He had a presence about him that even we've all struggled through our demons, and yep. I think that for those of us that have that knowledge and that journey and those adventures, we kind of bond in more. It doesn't even have to be spoken. I feel like you have chemistry with people because of those shared experiences without even knowing, and that is the feeling that I had too. So I just want to say, just from not even the wrestling stand, he had a presence about him that you just wanted to be around him. He definitely made you feel good.
So let me tell you amazing. So here's my amazing story of meeting Mike. I was actually
Guys, real quick though, we got 1 minute until it's
shit.
over
God, 1
on the
minute.
Eastern time zone.
Oh my
We're
God.
in Chicago, so we have a whole nother hour to partake.
You didn't say it right. You gotta say Chicago. I mean Chicago.
No. See, I grew up
Well,
in
I'm
New
2 hours
Orleans,
away from
so
it,
I
so
got that twang. It's Chicago.
I'm in Cali, dude.
Chicago. Oh shit! I gotta
Yeah,
plug
you got 2 hours, baby.
yeah, I'm in Idaho, so you know I'm in the same boat.
Potato land.
Your
But
tin cup
Potato.
whiskey.
send
Send
us
me
fucking
money.
money, God damn it!
Sorry.
Hey, what's the countdown?
Tin cup, send me money.
What's the countdown?
It's
Happy
time.
New Year!
Happy
Happy
motherfucking
New
New Year, bitches.
Happy New Year.
Here, fuckers.
Cheers!
So what an appropriate thing to tell is a great story about Mike Eggstrand and fucking. So I'm in Germany, and right before I'm about to get my break in the WCW, the last of the tour, I'm in WCW, and Otto Vance is. I hear he's hired Medusa and Hawk are coming to this press conference. I didn't even know. So here I am going to, and at the time, you know, I was the sort of the big boy on campus for Otto Vons in Germany for the CWA. So, you know, of course I'm going to be there because I was part of the card of that night, you know. So anyway, so I realize, then I hear that Mike's going to be there. I hear Medusa's going to be there. And so I go to this fucking press conference, and I made sure that I sat next to Hawk, and we started bullshitting. And I happen to be one of those guys. You know, most of the English guys and most of the European guys, they didn't smoke dope. You know, they didn't do pills. They were
Fucking
all
Regal
alcoholics.
did.
You know, they all did alcohol, and I was the fucking druggy fucking American who did pills and smoked fucking dope. And in Europe, the only thing you could get at the time was hash. And so
Oh, nice.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I sat next to Hawk, and we're fucking. The thing that's really cool about Europe is you live like we would stay, like for example, Hanover, Germany. We were in the town for 63 days, and you rent a trailer, and you literally live behind the building you wrestle in every night in a trailer on a kind of a wrestler row thing. And so you
Fuck
have
yeah,
this
like a carny, baby.
that everybody fucking partied in, and it's great. It's just a really fucking cool environment to live in. And so I was in the middle of, they just accepted my Max Payne gimmick, and I was playing the guitar every night, and shit was going really good. And we were filling houses, and Hawk and I sat next to each other during this press conference. At one point, Otto actually had to say, "Would you guys please shut up over there? I'm trying to say something." Okay, sorry, Otto. Oh, sorry. And I kept talking to Hawk, and I said something, and he looked over at me and he goes, "I'm going back to your trailer with you." And we went back to the fucking trailer and smoked fucking our brains. It looked like something out of a Cheech and Chong movie, man. When I opened my trailer door, just like a fucking nuclear bomb had gone off in there. Coleman Forward and Mike, were friends. And every time he'd come to Atlanta, he'd stay with me. And I always felt so pretty. I think I told the story, Rob, didn't I, about him burning my fucking upholstery.
Burn your car, yeah.
In my car, for Christ's sakes. And
brand new upholstery and Mike falls asleep.
Time I get in my
Oh
Lincoln,
no.
look back there, and there's this fucking big fucking cigarette burn in the car, and I just laugh my ass off at it. But energy, just like with Rick, one of those people. That's the part that you're talking about. That's so amazing is when you meet people like that, you're around people like that, and you feed off that energy. You realize it's like they say about Hollywood. When a star walks in the room, there's no doubt. Exactly the way Mike was that way, Rude was that way. All these guys that were at the top and who had made it to that pinnacle, if you will, they had that energy that was you can't buy it, you can't teach it, you can't sell it, you either got it or you don't. And Mike was one of those people that if you met him, you just wanted to hang out with the fucking guy because he brought something to the table that was
That's
just
this guy.
simple fucking magic.
That is this fucking guy. You're right, dude.
That is this guy. As much as I don't like him most of the time, I have to say, when he started
First
training
joint of the new year.
Shit. Oh, well, we've already started like a half hour ago, but
it's not the new year.
It's going to take about an hour for us to smoke this bad boy. But we're legal out here. We could smoke this anywhere here. You can't. Doug can if he wanted to. Max, I don't know. Can you?
In Idaho? Are you fucking kidding?
Hey, I know nothing about potato land, okay? I know nothing about it. I don't want to claim it.
Max, that's why you gotta come out to Tampa. I got a lot of these all the time.
So, yeah.
Hey, do you guys actually mind real quick, since I brought up Max being in Tampa, let me get to the right thing here, because I want to talk about this project that Max and myself and Casanova are getting into here. Let me bring it up here. So, and I'm going to tell the story here real quick just to kind of set it up. But I was talking to Max a few days ago, and I was telling him about this cool little dirt cheap bass guitar he picked up at a pawn shop for a fixer-upper. And he's like, oh, that's fucking rad, dude, because he's a musician. And then I was telling him I did the same thing for a 5-string that I brought with me from PA. And I'd like to try to get these things, patch them up. And he says, I've always kind of thought it would be cool to take an old axe and repair it and hold some kind of a raffle or something for charity. I said, well, give me 5 minutes. Let me think about this. So the idea that we came up with was we're going to go ahead and grab a guitar, a trashed one that needs to be fixed up. We're going to film some content. This first time around, Mr. Payne here is going to do a 6-string, and we'll do the 5-string on the next one. But we're going to get some good content of him working on it, fix it up. And then we're going to talk to, bring it up, there we go, the Hope for Her Foundation out here in Tampa, Florida. This is a fantastic charitable organization dedicated to protecting battered women and children. Then that's a cause, as like my sister Brooke and Doug know, that battered women, battered children has always had a real hard place for me. I don't come from a background of abuse. I don't know where it comes from, but hearing about a woman being abused puts me into instant psycho mode.
Right.
Going out there and just randomly hammering down on dudes, that's not going to do the trick. What's going to do the trick? It's going to be supporting causes that change things. Hope for Her is awesome because they're not just a shelter. Come stay here for a couple of weeks and figure your own shit out. They offer housing. They offer employment placement. They do mental health evaluations. They'll offer treatment for substance abuse. They are a nonprofit. They are absolutely fantastic. Guys, go online, look up Hope for Her, and make a donation. Help people, right? That's what we have to do through this next year with what's been happening to our country as a whole. We have to start helping each other and giving a fuck about each other and putting politics aside. Because what happens when politics dominate? World wars fucking start. And what do? You start with something that means something to you, something that you can contribute to. So we're going to fix up a guitar. We're going to find a local Tampa nightclub, one of the big ones, that hosts national music acts. We're going to go ahead and get that axe that Mr. Payne fixed up all by himself. We're going to get that autographed by everybody right there at the show. We're going to auction it off. 100% of the proceeds are going to go to Hope for Her.
Cool. Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
On top of that, Mr. Payne, myself, and Mr. Casanova will all be together in person here in Tampa. So what are we going to do besides get in trouble? We're going to film ourselves a wrestle shoot together.
Nice.
So when is this actually going down, gentlemen?
It's all still in the works right now. Finding the venues, getting the...
You can.
So I feel like I 100% want to be on board with this.
Want to do a Red Rum taping live?
Yeah, I actually want to be there right with y'all.
We'll figure it out, man.
Yeah,
we'll get you out
you
there.
know,
We'll do a
so
Red Rum live.
I'm a badass one to sell some raffle tickets, and anybody could tell you that.
Yeah, that's what I'm
for
talking
sure. You always need some fishnets to sell some raffle tickets. I'm the hype girl that everybody wants, baby.
There you go.
Come get it.
Along with some fishnets and some fuck me pumps, you know, that's going to sell some tickets no matter
Yeah.
how.
Is that what you're going to wear, Max? That's fucking hot, dude.
As long as he brings that fedora, I'll be real good with them. Hell yeah.
And then
Man in a fedora, you gotta fucking smile at.
We want to extend this cause beyond just a one-time event. We want to set a precedent. Like, look, we did it and it worked. We want to get some championship belts. We'll get some of the boys to sign off on those. We'll raffle those off because it's not where you're trying to say, oh, look, I made $100,000 for this charity. That's not what they rely on. They rely on real people who really want to help, and that's what we intend to do and keep this fucking train rolling. And some of the other services they offer that I appreciate is they'll offer some mental health services to men as well. Because let's be honest, no dude who beats on a woman comes from a healthy background. There's a reason that they are the way that they are. And you can't fix that by yourself, or they never would have become who they did. I don't believe that most men get any joy out of beating up a woman or beating up the woman that they're with. I don't believe that does something positive for them. They just don't know how to stop.
See, I think, though, too, Rob, I think one of the things that we need to add to this is we talked about this extensively is I think what can happen is we can turn this into, God, who knows, maybe we start off with a monthly show that could turn into a weekly show where we go find the $100 pawn shop guitar, and every time we fix that guitar up, that's the whole point behind it. The $100 guitar turns into a raffle that every single guitar that we build, we sell, and every fucking one of them turns into, and then it becomes a show of content, and we can have fun with it. We can invite guests. We can maybe eventually get rock stars to come on and be a part of it with us. The potential could really get, astronomical.
I'm down with this.
And that's kind of why I
think we can have a lot of fun with it.
And with what you're saying is why we went with the name that we chose. Instead of like a wrestlers thing, it's Artists Against Abuse. Because let's not get it twisted, people. Professional fucking wrestling is absolute art if it's done correctly.
Absolutely.
And I'm pretty,
I feel like individuals are absolute art.
Right.
And if you focus on the individual, man, all that talent just shines bright no matter what, because it comes natural when you're comfortable with people. Hell yeah.
God damn it, Miss B. Are you ready to come back home already? Shit.
So I am absolutely not coming back to this home for a little bit. And yeah, we've got some journeys to go on.
I mean, this home. We miss Red Rum.
Yeah. Again, I got to figure out this home.
All right.
But I also am down with
I'll figure out that home.
All of this only because of my own journey that I on Red Rum, everybody kind of was down that with me for 2025. And yeah, it was rough, and it still is very much. And mental health is very important to take care of yourself. And I think we fail to take care of ourselves because we're so in tuned with having to take care of others, and we forget that it comes from us first. So you
I
can't
gotta
love.
say, I'm sorry, man. I got to say something right here. It's so amazing. I have a very good friend I just been talking to, Rob. I haven't even told you about this yet. I don't want to say too much about it yet until it really starts going. But I was born and raised in the mental health industry, and so I completely agree with what you're saying and how important it is. And I'm about to kick off another show that's completely based on what we're talking about here, to give people something to hold on to, and so it just fits in continually with the entirety of what you're talking about. Is how do we address? I mean, if there's one inadequacy in America, it's that we treat mental health like it's this horrible dysfunctional thing that only it's such a disease that can't be cured, when in reality the only reason it can't be cured is because we don't throw any resources at it at all. And if you do throw resources at it, you do provide those things for people. People can get better and people can feel better. And that's the part about what Rob's talking about is, we build these guitars, we provide opportunities for women, we start opening up a dialogue that makes mental health and helping people out like yourself, to find ways to get better, to feel better in society, to feel better about themselves, to address issues that are really, really profound, yet somehow always get swept under the rug. And we got to stop that. We really have to figure out how to fucking address mental health in this country, because that, to me, that's our biggest Achilles heel right now.
Well, we all start out like a beautiful guitar and we play beautiful music. And then all of a sudden, people stop paying attention and they don't need that guitar for a little while. And it goes into a corner and it gets all rusted out and out of tune and dusty, and just gets worn and tear by not being used the proper way. And here you need a little boost and others to help bring you back to life. And but it also starts with us. We never know that we need to get better, because we don't see that anything was going wrong until it's actually wrong. And yeah, and if we ended up making it more a point to naturally feel like we don't have to tear each other down, that maybe as people evolve throughout all this time doing all these patterned, uh, we get in a comfort zone that with people and our jobs and our home life and just within ourselves to settle, that you're just comfortable in what you have, and and what's been presented for you, and we tend to forget that we have to push ourselves to be better. Not anybody could be better. You could have the best life ever, and you could still, everybody can still learn and still gain knowledge and still have an open mind for other people's beliefs.
Right.
Just because you might not understand uh, what people do or what they're going through doesn't mean that it's not there. And if you just took the time for random strangers or just the people that are in your everyday life, the ones that you actually love everybody. It's important, I think like I said, it's so easy to put people down, as we were just having a hate fest about an hour ago. Uh, it's very
Dude, fuck
simple.
you, Jerry.
Yeah,
I love you,
fuck you,
Top
Jerry.
Dags.
But Happy New Year wherever you
Suck
are.
my dick, Jerry, you
But
punk.
hey, Rob, not until I get mine first, because yeah, he pretty much
You want Jerry to
yeah,
suck your dick before
yes.
mine? Are you high?
I feel like my dick's bigger than yours,
Doubt it.
Rob. 100%.
You know,
100%.
I'd say you got some set of balls, but not a bigger dick, bitch.
All right. Well, maybe we'll have to meet up in
Oh,
Tampa and
shit.
find out for
Come
sure.
get some.
Yeah, you're talking shit. You might not be able to pack up, baby. Remember
Yeah,
who the
you
queen
better
is.
bring Doc there to get you back, is all I'm saying.
Off with your head,
Okay,
baby.
come
Off
down
with
on
your
you
head.
American Dream style, baby. Bang.
Okay.
Bang, and you go to sleep
All
just
right.
like your name is Rick Flair,
Hey.
daddy.
You know what?
Hey, we're gonna have the top hat standoff. All right.
Nice. What a look.
I feel like misbehaving rocks it.
Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah, I'll give
We'll
you that.
see.
You rock the top hat better than me, but I still make this shit
All
look
right,
good.
little brother.
I still make it look
brother.
good.
Listen, man. I got to check out, but I want to say one last thing before I.
Oh yeah, we should probably go off the air. But what's up, brother?
I just want to say, just to reiterate what we've talked about tonight and what you just said. Tell me what's your name and what do you go by, Misty?
Oh, I am misbehaving.
Misbehave.
Some call me Miss Bitch Haven, and some just call me Behaving. It all depends on what moment it is in my life. If he's involved, I'm definitely Miss Bitch Haven. That's all that there is
Some
to it.
anger happening.
But let me tell you, what I represent is 381. It's 3 words, 8 letters, 1 meaning. I love you.
That's exactly what I was going to say right there. Bill, to check myself out, I wanted to say, I really want to say this because, in my life, I talk about this a lot, and we'll talk about it more, but when I discovered and Rob, you've heard me talk about my Mr. Hyde before. When I finally admitted that I have this Mr. Hyde and I realized who I really am at my core, I realized what really makes me happy. And when I sit down and I examine what really makes me happy in my life, just to wake up every day and feel good, it certainly doesn't involve hate. It's when I do the things that make my soul feel good about myself, which is love, to be honest with you. And because when I fill myself with vile things, and every time I fill myself with, I'm going to get retribution for what you did to me. And I carry around that kind of stigma in my own heart. It never ceases to fail me, and I hate the way it makes me feel. And when I finally accept the fact that the way I make myself feel better is to follow the pathway of love and forgiveness, and I know it sounds like I'm just a big pussy, and the truth of the matter is I am. I'm just a big
We all are.
I'm
We all are. We might look hard, but our hearts are the softest pillow ever. And for those that actually get our hearts, oh my God, it's a safe place.
Right.
Because we are those people that wouldn't want to put any of that hate or negative out there. But unfortunately, the world, it just sometimes it does bring that out. And that's what this is the journey I've been on along with Red Rum, which was my podcast. It still is. I haven't squashed it. I feel like there's a whole bunch of tweaking that needs to happen. And that comes within. And I'm working on that. A lot has happened with me. I just had a heart attack 6 weeks ago, and I died. And yeah, I've been going through a lot of transformation. And the beginning of my show in 2024, that's when I started, October 13th. It was the beginning of the transformation, and it ended up spiraling throughout my therapy for myself. And now I'm just making some drastic changes for me because I actually want to live this life, not just feel like I'm forced doing the things that it just we tend to fall into, and we don't realize how impactful they are until it's detrimental. And yeah, I beat the demon of drugs almost 13 years ago. There is no way that I am going to die when I'm actually just trying to be a better person, and everything that 381, I live that. I really feel it. I have the best inspiration with others, and it's really sad that everything that I can do for others in just words and the chemistry and the connection that I have with people so naturally, I do it because I need it myself. And I'm just like I'm grasping at anything that can make me feel better. And it's not about other people making me feel better. I need to make myself feel better because
Well,
it comes so.
I need to turn you on to my philosophy called "Killing Mr. Hyde," and I will gladly share it with you as we progress through these next days. I have to go. I got family sitting out here waiting for me. You guys, I've had such a wonderful night meeting everybody. Doug, misbehaving. Is it Dan?
Yeah.
It's DOC, baby.
Dan, nice to meet you.
DOC.
Rob, I thank you for inviting me tonight, brother. You know I love you. Let's do this fucking thing together. And I love you all. And we'll talk again soon.
So
Happy
Max,
New Year.
I just want to give you my last always is 3 kisses. It's a kiss for me, a kiss for you, and a kiss to put in your pocket for someone new. Take the moment to share 381 with a stranger because you never know if it's actually going to change their life.
I love it, man.
Yours.
I love that philosophy and I carry it myself. God bless you all. Have a great New Year, Rob.
Good,
Happy
man.
New
Be
Year.
safe,
Have a happy New Year.
Bye.
Be on a wrestler shoot, sweetie.
All right, buddy. See ya.
I guess before we get up out of here, I have yet to say we're the Antisocial Network. You can follow us on YouTube at A.S.N for life, like the NWO, but better. That's right, I said it. For those of you who don't know, my first proclamation of the new year is don't forget who this motherfucker is. Buff Bagwell inducted me into the NWO. So when you're A.S.N, you are A.S.N for life. Give us a sub, give us a thumbs up. Don't give us a thumbs down for Christ's sakes. Because then what happens, Doug?
Don't be negative.
Then I got to get involved. Head of the thumbs down department. Nobody wants that.
No.
And now I can't go into those.
Yeah, we can't. Remember what the lawyer said.
I know.
Relax. Just saying that it's just as easy to give us a thumbs up and have a great rest of your day than a thumbs down and get Mr. Damien's attention. You can always catch me and Mr. Payne and Casanova doing Wrestle Shoot right here on Tuesdays at 8. Or if you would rather, or you'd like to include, checking out Ghosted every Monday night at 8. Doug, what do we do on Ghosted?
I procure the greatest and most legit ghost sighting videos and we watch them and judge them and we and every time it's legit and Rob is just floored at my
In your opinion,
clip getting abilities.
Now, Miss B, you bring up a good point because our opinion does matter because we have microphones, so that makes us.
So I also as you're giving your opinion on Ghosted and Russell Shoot, as I'm on my little recovery hiatus, I also want to ask you all, do you want to see Red Rum come back on a 2.0 better, maybe on my journey? I don't know. I need some encouragement here. Not to mention, I need something to do. I don't know. I'm still on recovery and I'm not released yet. So, yeah, I'm trying to figure out my
So,
next
okay, I'll put it to you like this. I grabbed a Red Rum clip, and it was you just doing 30 seconds of talking about self affirmation. 10 minutes later, it had 500 fucking views, and it just kept climbing. Obviously, I want you back. I haven't been up your ass because I know you're going through some shit.
I
You're having your
appreciate
health
that
shit.
too. And just a PSA for everyone, well, it's not a public service, it's more from a Miss B service. I would like to say thank you all for the ones that did message, but I didn't respond back. Thank you. I do see you. I just also feel very overwhelmed. And as a Taurus, a 420 Taurus, anybody knows Tauruses, when we're going through some shit, we rather process it on our own because we don't know what we're going through. So I don't like to talk about shit that I don't know about. And right now, I don't even really know about me. And I know a lot about helping everybody else, but you see what happened because I didn't think about me. I had a heart attack because I just took on way too much. So I'm trying to release some stuff. And in 29 minutes here in Chicago, I'm definitely feeling like, yes, tomorrow morning or in 29 minutes, I want to feel better about what's coming up. And I absolutely belong here and many other places because I've got a lot of shit that I'm ready to put together. I've had 31 years creating what I want to present, but it got all scrambled up. And sometimes, you got to get it all scrambled up to make sure that you're putting out the right product. So that's what I'm doing. I just want to be a better product for me so then I can represent a great product for all of you.
And then I forgot to really bring it up when she was in the room, but my sister Brooke just left. She's going to be taking over the Smells Like Hope podcast focused on DNA recovery. So there's a lot of good things happening here.
I'll have to chat with Brooke here soon because I'm very gung ho and absolutely feel good about that. So,
Doug, you got anything you want to plug before we get the fuck up out of here?
Well, I just my Night Screamer Productions YouTube channel. I've been doing it's funny earlier you're talking about doing music on Suno, and it was you who told me about Suno at the beginning of the year, and I started going hog wild crazy and shit. And lately I've been putting these videos together, writing these songs for some of the backstory of the Ghoul Girl. And it's kind of hard to explain, but I've been throwing these videos out on there to have fun with. And
what's the band's name?
The band?
Yeah.
Well, the band in the in the background of the Ghoul Girl, they're the Night Screamers. I just gave them the production company's name, and the whole thing is Sabrina Sheffield, aka Sabby Shrieker, the lead singer of this '80s hair band in the mid '80s, the Night Screamers. They had they're a big fish in a little pond in their little town of Castledime. The rest of the world don't know about them, but they're a big fish in a little pond. They have the greatest show of their lives on Halloween night, 1986, and then that night she goes to a Halloween costume party in some house in the woods, and she disappears for 3 days. And 3 nights later, her body's found. And a couple years after that, the Ghoul Girl sightings start.
Nice.
So that's some of the backstory of that story. So
Little girl is terrifying.
So I wrote these songs, like 13 songs of the set list, and I've been doing those. I generated them on Suno. Then I've been putting out these videos just for fun, and just for the hell of it, and to keep my creative mind going. And it helps. It actually helped writing these songs. Stuff helps me develop more of the story and stuff. And I already finished the script for the first movie, so there you go.
Good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We'll have to make sure to get A.S.N Studios rolling so we can produce that movie.
Yes.
Doc, what you got, baby, before we get out of here?
Nothing.
I'll tell you what we do got coming up pretty soon.
Sack of shit right now.
Shut up, woman. Pretty soon we're gonna be rolling out the DOC podcast.
Yeah, nice.
We got the footage shot. We're ready to fucking rock. We just got to get it edited.
Yeah. Okay.
Stay tuned, ladies. He's all yours.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut
I'm single now. I got
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're rolling in 2026, thinking about us. Me. Not him. Me. 100%.
Well,
we need to think about what he wants.
I'm gonna sleep.
We were having so much fun that
Hey,
getting
I 100%. Hey, anybody that wants to roll out this divorce, holy shit, that's gonna be money.
We're not getting divorced.
Oh, 100% we are.
Holy shit. Hey, Happy New Year, everybody. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Happy New Year.